Hi everyone and welcome to today's stream. Today is going to be some work with Copic markers, one of my favourite mediums. And today we're using just some cheap-ish card. It's a special smooth coated one, and that hopefully is going to work really well with the markers. Sometimes the most expensive card is not the best with Copics. You have to pick and choose what suits your way of working. And as you'll guess by the thumbnail from today, it's going to be themed around flamingos. So please bear with me. It's going to take a little while. I may not be able to finish the whole image tonight. It is a big image at the end of the day, and we'll go from there. Oh, sorry about that. Right, tearing the paper. Right, so without further ado, on we go. There may be some background noise, by the way. I'm having a little weeny bit of trouble with my microphone, so please bear with me on this one. So like I say, Copic markers and card. I've got one light on it, daylight lamp, and hopefully that's going to allow you to see all of the details. If you want to ask any questions, you're welcome to. I'm also happy to have a go at answering, though I can't guarantee I can give the answer. So with that said, off we go. Sorry if there's any vibrations on the camera, my desk is a little bit wobbly. So as normal with Copics, I'm getting a quick layer down to saturate the paper. This isn't going to be the actual colour, the image will be at the end, it's just one that helps fill in the paper. And I've already done a colour swatch, so I roughly know what colours I'm going to be using. And for this image I've got 5 reference photos. And I've taken something from each photo so that I've got a realistic image at the end of the day that reflects what was going on at the time. I'm starting straight away to block in my shadows and my midtones. And once again, because of the type of paper, I am having to work quite fast so that the markers don't dry without a slight blend in there. Currently I'm looking at using over 30 markers, and for this image I'm going to work in a small area at a time. And the phone's ringing. I am not answering that. It's actually very typical. The minute I start doing a live stream, either the phone rings, the doorbell goes, or there's somebody screaming something absurd downstairs, like spider, mouse, hedgehog, you know, just random. Or Ginger, put that squirrel down. You don't think a cat would just take on the squirrel. The actual image that I'm doing was a very, very, very bright fluorescent pink, and I'm going to see if I actually need to go that bright, because I don't want the image to be overpowering. I want it to be true, but not that the colours are so bright that it actually looks more cartoonish and realistic. If you are considering taking up Copic markers, try to stick with 3 markers of the kind of same colour type for your first few. Don't go and buy the whole kit. First off, it will cost you an absolute fortune. I think the current price right now is around £5 a pen, and there's over 200, and goodness knows how many. It's getting close to 300 now. So if you buy just 3 of roughly the same colour area, so R00, R03 and R05, that gives you a dark, a light and a mid-tone. And you get used to blending with those pens, and then move on to a few more and just build out your collection that way. Copic also do a multitude of books, which I'd highly recommend, which walk you through the stages of blending and the ways of blending. Right now I'm just going to pull all the colours back and blend them in. Okay, it's probably looking quite terrible right now. Trust me, I'm an artist. Okay, right. Just doing another colour swatch. Right, just looking for the colour that I just need. Why is it you have the colour in your hand and then you turn your back and it goes? Bear with me. I'm doing quite well so far. I've managed to lose 1 pen. Right. Nice thing about Copics is the brush nib has a really nice brush. It's not too hard, it's not too soft, and you can get a really fine line with it when required. And for wide areas you can always use the chisel tip, and that will allow you to cover larger areas. Because we're working wet onto wet, the two will bleed together to a certain degree. Right. Each layer can take over 10 to 12 layers depending on the subject matter. Also depending on the colour. Now that I'm getting proper saturation within the colours, I'm just able to push those colours a little bit more. I will be honest, I don't have every single set of paints, so colour matching in this case is actually quite difficult. Also, every single photo has got a different colour to it because of the lighting it was taken under. Sorry, just kicked a computer. Right, so I'm going to let that saturate in, and I'm just going to add a little bit of colour up here to once again saturate the paper. Because now I'm happy with this bit for now. I can let that soak in, and then the next layers will go on top and they will sit on top of that. So that's the underpainting, if you like, or in this case the underpainting. Mostly freeze to run dry. And of course black isn't black. And in this case I want to reflect some of the colours that are in the outfit actually into the top as well. So hence I'm adding a little bit of a mauvey colour. Mauve. With Copics it's best to use a small circular motion and not just randomly scribble, and that way you get a really nice smooth even blend. Yeah, I am aware I was randomly scribbling earlier. Just mapping in the darkest areas. I'm using a mix of greys today from the C branch to the T's, so that's cold greys and tonal greys. I don't want too many warm greys in this image because the pink is going to be quite a hot colour anyway, so I just want to keep one side of it neutral. You'd actually think I know what I'm doing right now, but oddly enough I have no idea. But I do promise I will go and get my Copic certification and EU training the minute I can. Don't want to use black, don't want to use green, looking for a navy, there we go. So I'm applying the same principles I would do if I was using colour pencil, of adding dark colours into what I would eventually be dark grey stroke black, just so that it gives it tonal value. Because this area has now dried, it's not going to bleed into the pink and cause too much issue. And always remember you have your blender pen or your zero, which can bleach out a certain amount, not always, but it will bleach out a certain amount of errors. So that's my two dark colours, coming through with the light one again to blend that out. Sorry if my hand's in the way on this. going to let that dry. While that's doing, I'm just going to start on a little bit of shadow down here. I know this image isn't looking quite 100% right now, but as I explained earlier, it's because of the layering process. It's going to take a lot of layers. Just need to grab another pen from the drawer. Okay, just come to the realisation that part of this drawing actually looks really wrong and inappropriate, and please believe me, it is not what it may look like to the dirty-minded. Oh dear, this is interesting. Pardon me. Sore throat. Sorry about sounds in the background. Well, I'm glad some of my audience have actually noticed a slight joke. It wasn't intentional, honest. Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed right now. Please note, I'm too young and innocent to even think these thoughts. I'll let the lewd group work out the joke. This is a little bit of a difficult bit. Please note, this is definitely a PG channel. We are PG. Oh yeah, PG does stand for pretty gullible, by the way. Right, I'm adding a little bit of pink into the beak. Yep, beak. That is just to act as a reflection off of the actual outfit. As you can guess right now, it is a outfit. I'm not spelling that one out. And the costume was very bright, so I just want to reflect a little bit of that elsewhere in the drawing. Now to add some shadows. And because I'm using grey over pink, the shadows will come out naturally violet, which is absolutely fine because I do want soft shadows in this image. Right, just going to get the other leg in just to bring this whole thing into context. C3 is running low. Sadly the refills for Copic are also as expensive as the pen, but a refill will last you absolutely years. You'll get probably a good couple of years out of the pen in truth when you buy them new, and you should get a good couple of years with using refills. Copics you can also replace the leads in, so you can get a little kit which has spare nibs and special tweezers for pulling the end out that you need to pull out. No innuendo intended. PG, PG. I tend to order my refills direct from Japan. It doesn't make them any cheaper, but it does mean that I'm getting it direct from the company. So I know that it's been through the extremely thorough testing that they do at Copic, or whichever company owns Copic. I've heard rumour, though I don't know how true it is, that some pens are tested over 50 times before they actually released, and that's one of the reasons why last year there was a shortage of pens, was because they were doing so much testing, and all that testing boils down to us getting a superior product at the end of the day. Right, I'm gonna have to quit for tonight because it's past my bedtime and I've got an early shift tomorrow, so sadly I'm not going to be able to stay up any later to do any more work on this. But if I get a chance tomorrow morning, tomorrow morning before work, I will dive back onto this and see what I can see. So hopefully I should be able to get some more work done when I wake up tomorrow morning. And even tomorrow at work I might be able to get some more work done. Though it's a bit tricky when you've only got half an hour and your pen's going to take 2 hours to use. But I hope this has given you a highlight into another way that I work with Copics. And if I get a chance I'll be back tomorrow, but if I don't, until then, happy drawing and have a lovely evening. Flamingo.